It's a heck of a way to start the morning. So we had an oil leak on the old front end loader, so I had to bring up Dad some oil. He's hauling some more gravel today. I'm going to hook up the Avatar to the Fendt, try to get it ready for some wheat planting. I don't think we'll be planting wheat today, but sometime next week we're going to be putting some wheat in the ground. BJ's dumping trucks, and we're going to run some more beans. That's the plan. All right, hop in this Fendt here. We haven't really even finished moving all the way into this tractor. It's kind of been on the low end of the totem pole. And I don't have my Midland mounted. We still got the cardboard in the floor. Oh, hey, I guess we do have carpet. Forgetting about this dang on seat that does not spin unless you hold up on the button. That is so annoying. We are pretty well out of fuel, so pull this tractor over and get some fuel in her, and then we'll proceed in hooking up lines. To be completely honest with you, I don't really know how to use this Fendt 1 cab just yet. It'll be a learning experience for both of us. The tractor itself is pretty much the same as our 1038 Challengers, but they recently came out with this new designed monitor and armrest, and well, I'm sure eventually it'll be really fun and exciting and easy to use, but right now I'm a little lost. Okay, we should have enough fuel to not run out now. Yeah, this thing will be over by the main fuel tank. I don't want to run the Thunder Chicken dry. So since I'm going to be over at the main tank with this tractor soon, we'll just fill it up there. Fixed it. Now I think we're hooked up. Maybe. Hey, looky there. We're doing it! I think we got something right. The hydraulic remote that I'm using is right there. A little different than I'm used to, but it's right there. Dad coming in with more gravel. It's about bean time though. So this is Sunday, October 9th. It will just be Dad, BJ, and myself. Most of the time, unless there's some extenuating circumstance, Sundays are just Dad, BJ, and I. But it's usually just us working those days. Brad's been here 6 days this week. He's already worked a lot. He's got a family, so can't give people a day off. Unless your last name's Brown. Now I say that once we get a rain and it rains for a little while, we might take a day off. But we got corn to haul out of bins, we got beans to haul out of bins, so maybe not. And we got that to all spread out and pack down and get ready for forming. Alright, starting to get the hang of this screen, like my hydraulic page, kind of starting to make sense to me. I mean, I've been running the other monitor for 4+ years now, so it was second nature. This one's just different. Takes a while. But I do kind of like it. Some things about it are super simple and easy to get to. We got this little thing to slide over pages. There's a way to make one of these pages up here. I don't know how to do that yet, but I know it can be done. Like, I think if I was using their guidance, which we're using Ag Leader, but if I was using this for guidance, I'm pretty sure I could take it and, nope, wrong button. Here, maybe? How do I get back to there? See, still figuring it out. How many who days is in that?
Yeah, how many's in that bin? 15,697.
Bushels?
Who days.
Who days?
And bushels.
We already got 15,000 in there? You carry a pet dragon on game day, do you?
Start.
Alright, we're going to run some beans for a little bit. guess Dad is taking off early today, about 6 o'clock. So we're only gonna run a few fields. It's just gonna be the three of us, but we're gonna get something done. It is a beautiful, beautiful Sunday day, but I've always heard the saying, work on Sunday, fix on Monday. Hopefully we can avoid that. We have enough stuff to fix on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. These fields that we're heading to, they are right beside where we were running yesterday. I'm just gonna go ahead and do them while we're in the area. Kind of surprised. I figured we would save those for later because they were planted way later, but in all honesty, as much frost as we've had this early, they're about as dead as they're going to get. See the double crop fields, leaves are falling off of them. They did not mature completely, but they had all started changing. Now the people that are really going to be screwed in this area, there was a lot of corn that went in our Tri-County area mid to late June. I don't know how it's going to affect that. I would think it would really slow it from drying down. I seen someone on Facebook comment that they combined some June 6th planted corn and it was still 32%. So it's not a good sign. Like I said, I think now that it's been frosted, it's just going to take forever to dry down in the field, if it will at all. That's the neighbor's property here. You can see the property line. Both left about a foot or two there. My problem is it just grows up with weeds. Anytime you have a bare space in a field, it becomes a natural habitat for weeds. So when Dad and I roll into a field, we start off going opposite directions around the field, and we kind of meet in the middle. That's our plan. That way we are each working our own half of the field. Seems to work out well for us like that. I don't know, maybe it'd be better following each other, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. We've done it this way the whole time, and then wherever we meet, we break through the middle after we get the field completely opened up. Now if we were doing corn, we'd have to follow each other, but in beans, this seems to work pretty good for us. Here you can see where I have ran. Dad ran this part of the field, and now we're going back and forth. So in a couple of videos back, someone mentioned I was running my reel awfully fast. I am running a little fast. That is easily adjustable right here. I mean, I can slow her down to where we're barely turning, but if I do that, my reel wraps real bad. See all those beans over there? It does that really bad if I slow that thing back down. That's why we're running so fast. Got a feeling we just found some river trash. That ain't good. I don't know if we just ran a stick in or what we ran in. Always something. I wanted to get out and see what kind of job we were doing, make sure my monitors weren't lying to me, but I didn't really plan on this happening. Good news is I still have my broken broom to take this stuff out with. There's a piece of driftwood right there. That's probably what we got in here. I thought for sure you were going to tell me there was a log in there.
I mean, you're not running, yes.
It's true. Hey, stand right there and watch, see what happens when I turn it on.
Yeah.
All right, moment of truce. And she goes. I'll be darned. Wasn't any Ford material in there, just a bunch of sticks, or a bunch of beans. That surprised me. Well, this is getting old. Now he's having header problems. Wonderful. This field just doesn't want to get finished. Finally got that one. I didn't think that last 20 feet was going to give up. Turns out the knife in Dad's combine, his head broke. So the cutter bar down there, it broke. So that's why his head quit working. So now we're down to one combine. We were going to get off work early today, like at 5 o'clock, but I guess 7 o'clock is our destiny. Still not super late, but you know, it messes with you. You start thinking, man, we could make some plans. We could do some stuff tonight. Nope. That's all right. I like my job. So this field, I don't think is gonna run. Nothing but butter beans. Well, right there don't feel too bad. So this is what we call a butter bean. It's just a swollen, green, real soft bean. Most of those by the tree line, that's what they were. That's why I left that strip there. I don't know. That's about as dry as they've been. A minute ago that said 18. So you can see the two different varieties out here. The dark red ones are a later maturity bean. They are a 3.7 maturity. These are a 3.4. But this whole field was planted like Memorial Day weekend, so it's one of the later fields we planted. New plan, we are going to do the earlier maturity bean until we get a truckload. We've already done 300 bushel. I just want to get a truckload so that, I mean, we're going to have to dump this truck anyways. And more than anything, I want to get a truckload of these drier beans to blend them in with the wetter beans. And then we'll just have to do the rest of the field later. There's probably 2 truckloads down here. It's 30 acres, but the rest of it's just not going to be ready. And the closer we get to this tree line up here, the wetter I'd say our moisture is going to be. We'll just avoid that for now. There's really nothing else we can do for now. So moisture's holding out right through here, but like I say, these ones by the trees, I guarantee you they're butter beans, real mushy, most likely, pretty wet. Yeah, I better turn around. River trash. Ooh, it's got a screw in it. Yeah, I was trying to make it all the way around, but these beans down here by the trees, 16%. We're just going to leave those. And we've ran something else into the feeder house. It's so dusty down here, especially this time of day, you just can't see anything. And this field was flooded just like the other field at one point last year, so hard to tell what we've got. I can't tell if there's anything in there, but it is not feeding in there. I think those beans were just so green that they wouldn't feed. So we're just gonna leave that little pile of beans right there and not worry about it. So that dark red bean was planted right here. It's the later bean. This is the 3-4 maturity bean. About a 10 bushel difference. That is, it's pretty impressive. Well, that's it for that field for today. The rest of it we'll just have to do in a little bit later date. So it's right across that ditch from bottom field. That's usually one of the last fields we do on this particular farm. I would say that'll probably be a couple weeks from now, and that should make quite a bit of difference. But then again, on this farm we only have about 250 acres of beans left. We're about 600 total acres of beans harvested now. So pretty productive last couple days. But I don't know if we will stay here or if we will move to the next field. It's going to go to wheat. There's no more wheat fields on this farm. They've all been harvested, and we want to get started planting wheat here fairly soon. Side note, tomorrow I get to go pick up my pickup truck. I'm pretty excited about that, to finally get my truck back with my new Hughes bed on it. It looks pretty awesome from what I've seen at the Farm Science View. Can't wait to get that thing. Kind of lost without it right now. Yeah, Dad's back in business, so it's ready for tomorrow. Got to go over and put that drill up on the Fendt and the Avatar, and then we will call this a day. All right, let's put this thing up. I think we're just gonna, if we can fit it, we're just gonna pull it straight in the way it is, because it's got some more work to do this thing. I believe, let's just walk back here and I'll show you. Believe I'm not mistaken, I gotta call Paul Martin tomorrow. Salesman was telling me about this, but I think I need to adjust this. Basically these two bolts, I need to put them up here. We'll lift this seat boot up a little bit, help this disc go in the ground, I think, is, if I'm not mistaken. That's why I need to call them, double check. And other than that, I need to check my meters, make sure I got the right ones. We'll need to clear all this straw out. That's not supposed to be like that. And then this thing will be ready to go. Oh, and we got to put some wheat in it. So last year, we broadcast spread all of our wheat because this Avatar was a little late getting here. As with everything this time, this day and age, it was delayed. And we didn't get it in time. But broadcast spreading our wheat and then working it in with our vertical tillage tool actually worked really well. And I think we are going to do a couple side-by-sides this year, assuming our floater is ready to go. Still waiting on an ag leader monitor for that. But kind of curious to see some side-by-sides to see, you know, is 10-inch wheat any better or any worse? If it is, maybe we'll just keep broadcast spreading our wheat. The more I use this tractor, the more it's growing on me. I'm kind of really starting to like the Fendt 1 cab. Like, I like that monitor. It's way better than the AccuTerminal as far as just ease of use. Now that said, I do know how to use the AccuTerminal better, which was the old monitor, but I've only got like 30 minutes in this one. It just looks like it's going to be easier to use. Dad was able to figure out how to adjust things in it. And if he can figure it out in like 30 seconds, that's a good test. Especially after BJ pointed out that this is kind of like an Oliver shade of green. And Oliver's like a row crop 77. They had red wheels. The only thing we're missing is a yellow grill. This would be like a modern day Oliver. That's pretty cool. If you didn't know the heritage of our farm, one of the first tractors Dad ever used was a row crop 77. It is still sitting in one of the barns at the house. Kind of neat. Alright folks, that is going to be it for this video. Do me a favor, and if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're still in the beginning stages of harvest. There's plenty more where this came from. And we'll see you in the next one.